This was a fun match, but what was crazy, Nick, was that at the end of the match, it came down to, of course, you had interference from outside. Jake Hager was out there outside of the ring. He got kicked out of the side of the ring. Sammy Guevara and I almost called him Kasabian. Kazarian. They start scuffling outside the ring. It ends up just Scorpio Sky alone with Jericho in the ring. And Jericho's pretty much taking it to Scorpio until Scorpio gets him in a small package and wins. Scorpio Sky is the first man to pin Chris Jericho in AEW. I want to take a moment for that because
I did too. I'm glad you did because I do too, and that's
for a number
that
of
has implications ongoing. I was curious why they're putting Chris Jericho in a tag match, and there's a little bit of influence I feel coming from New Japan. This is how they build feuds, right? That's where I see. So are we going to have SCU, since it is a 3-man faction? Can we have SCU be the tag champions? I actually thought they were going to pull Christopher Daniels out for some single stuff. Now I'm leaning towards Scorpio Sky. After the Christopher Daniels injury, Scorpio Sky came out hot, and I feel like they've pivoted a little bit to Scorpio.
But they've already said they're not going to invoke the let's call it the New Day rule now. I know it's the Freebird rule, the Freebird rule.
Yeah.
But they're not going to invoke that where you can have any two from a faction. It's going to be Kazarian and Sky defending the belts.
Okay.
Okay. But that being said, we also know that Daniels is probably going to be going after Pentagon because that's the guy who injured him. But they're also making it clear that if you're in a tag team, doesn't mean you can't go do single stuff as well. In addition, what they showed here was their number one tag team is better than their champ with one of his number one guys, which is something that I really like to see defined. I know you do too, where they say, yes, a tag team is better than any two random guys you stick together because they're better at this style of match.
Totally. They know how to work it. They know how to interact and do the things that you do in a tag team match that you don't do in a singles match.
The only thing that undermines that is that at the end of the match, it came down to a one-on-one, right? Yeah. It came down to a singles match at the end. So that does kind of undermine that theory. But the thing then is we look at how over Scorpio Sky has been ever since he came in and saved the guys after Chris Daniels went out with injury, right? He's been super over. Another example of them looking at a guy who's over and keeping that momentum going.
Yeah.
They're making him cool. And Jericho to put him over, like, that's big on everyone's part. I also like the fact that it gives that any given Wednesday feeling to the program. Like anything could happen, right? At any match, anything could happen. You could pin the champ. Never know.
Love it.
Never know. It. And I also like the fact that Scorpio Sky's like finisher move, his new finisher move is a small package.
Yeah. You
should just call it the big package.
Yeah.
Because it's Scorpio. Just saying. Yeah, so I liked every aspect of this. Is this now, so that's 3 people. Luchasaurus, Scorpio Sky, and Darby Allin that I feel that AEW's seen get hot and they continue to push them.
Yeah.
Of those guys, do you think that, like, who do you think has the highest ceiling?
Darby Allin.
Really? So I'd say Scorpio Sky. I could see Scorpio Sky at some point being the champ.
He's not far behind, but my immediate gut shot reaction right now, based on the whole year of 2019 through all the pay-per-views and all the action that he's had, Darby Allin's right there. Scorpio Sky is very close because SCU as a team is already kind of over, and Scorpio Sky is a known entity of that team, and he just pinned Chris Jericho. So he went from down here. He shot right up. Darby was already up here. Darby came out this week and challenged Jon Moxley, one of the other guys, the undefeated guy, right? So now he's moved it way up right behind Darby Allin, my immediate gut shot. So both those guys.